Howdy, folks. Welcome, everybody, to another cornucopia, this time of Great Western Railway excellence. Just give me a shout in the chat if everybody can see me and hear me. Okay, my little bars are tickling away at the bottom there. Hello, Pete. Nice to see you. Colin, welcome in. Mick, good morning, good afternoon to you. Ivo Van Zon, a very good afternoon to you. We've got Dino. Hello, Dino. Great to see you. Weather conditions today, sounding pretty good. Excellent. Thank you. That's nice. Anthony Dodge, the model train outsider. Welcome to you, Anthony. I hope this morning finds you well. I trust. Brian, the very man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Brian, the man of waffle. Teeth in. Good. Yes. Now, Brian, just a little bone to pick with you. You had difficulty getting your head around what you called, there was a channel member in there called Bugler. Just think of bugler, as in trumpet, bugle. Yes, right. We're there. It's bugler. There's Scott Rails. That's Dave. Hello, Dave. Hey. Yes, tickling around in the background, you will see the Cornish Riviera night train, which plies its trade between Paddington and Men's Pants. I beg your pardon, Penzance in Cornwall. That's one train that Richard has done, actually. He took a trip down to Cornwall. We were all going there on a family holiday, so we drove down, picked him up at the station, just so he could say that he'd done the train. It was just a seated trip down, because the actual consist does have sleeping coaches. It also has some, it was Mark IIIs at the time. Nice to see you, Dave. And obviously a buffet coach in the days when the Great Western Railway had buffet coaches, which is right here, as you can see. I've probably got the consist back to front. There's 6 carriages on there. The first 3 are sleeping carriages, and then you've got buffet and 2 seated coaches. So that's the 6-car train today. As you can see, being pulled by the Bachmann Class 57, Tintagel Castle. It is number 57. Looks like 603. I could be wrong about that. Back to front is determined by which way you are driving. Only the locomotive is turned. That's true, Ivo. That's true. I'm not sure whether they turned the whole consist, but yeah, very valid. Tom's Macklin train layout. Good morning to you, Tom. Nice to see you. And Colin, if I didn't say good afternoon to you. We have Dino, we have Brian. So Brian, it's bugler. Huh, yeah, right. I thought I'd get that out there. Randall Ellison has joined us. Very good morning to you, Randall. I hope you are at home, recovering from your many vicissitudes. And I hope you've got your driving license back, because I believe that expired. Grandpa Rouse, JD. Nice to see you, Grandpa. Maura King. Hello, Maura. A very good afternoon to you. So, yes, it's a Great Western Railway Fest. Still on the track from last week is the 9-car Class 800, which is off to that way, off over there. Um, that's quite a noisy bugger because it's got so much rolling drag, which I've alleviated by adding tons and tons of lubricant to the axles. It does move, but it is quite a little noisy bugger. Um, Weather for today is favourable. It's almost a spring day out there, nice and bright, lots of sunshine, quite clear skies, but there's still that little edge of winter which just won't go away. Buds are coming up, daffodils are starting to show their ears. I'm not sure if that's the right phrase, but yeah, they're starting to poke out of the ground. Um, some little plants that are weaving their way up. It's all very pleasant out there at the moment. But as we know, winter's not done yet, I don't think. So you can get a cold snap come back anytime, and we just have to make the best of it. So I'm making the best of it today. It's nice and pleasant down in the shed. I've just got the heater on just to take the edge off of it. Yeah, it's very nice today. Summer breeze. There's John Penny. Hello, John. I hope you're well. Yes, I am. I'm very well. 19 Fahrenheit. 19 Fahrenheit. That's not good. 32 Fahrenheit is freezing point of water, which is 0 degrees centigrade. Bloody hell. Tom, that's yeah, Chuck. See what it's like in Texas. What's it like in Texas, Chuck? And a very good morning to you. As soon as the sky is clear, the temperature dips to zero. Yeah, particularly at night. It was down around freezing last night. And that's the only problem. The sun comes out, the plants start to rise, then you get a couple of cold snaps and it kills everything off, which is a shame. But that's nature. 58 Fahrenheit this morning. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's okay. I would imagine it's somewhere around about 60 to 65 today, which is good. Midsummer Inn. There's Greg. Hello, Greg. I understand that you've got the chemo drugs and they make you feel a bit spinny. So don't worry. Nice to see you, Greg. 6 Fahrenheit in Toronto. 6 Fahrenheit. Wow, that's cold. Yeah, Todd, you're quite welcome to that. So, but we know how the weather can change, so it's all relative. Buffalo and Pittsburgh. That's Alan. Hello, Alan. A very good afternoon to you. I hope Scotland is bonny this afternoon. As I said, it's bright here and with a hint of warmth. So this is all encouraging. Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. No problems with you or anything like that. It's a little cold. Yes, it's. I'm looking forward to spring. Let's put it that way. So yes, warming up today, -8. Oh, Dave, spring starts in 3 weeks. Yeah, it couldn't start quick enough. It's been a long drag this winter, not severe weather, touch wood, up until now, but it's been consistently cold, wet, frosty, and it gets to the point where you've just had enough of it. So, yeah, agree, just shit. Yeah. Moneybrook Junction is Mark. Hello, Mark. Nice to see you. And Flymo Chairman, our great denizen of oversight, is Adam. Nice to see you, Adam. Maura, I've no idea what it's like in Ireland at the moment. Nice spring day yesterday, sunny, low 80s. Yeah, it's starting to turn. So we're hoping for better things, Chuck. And Grandpa Rouse, North Texas. So that seems to be a very popular state. We're not bad. Darmer's locomotive shed, 9 degrees and dry in Dublin. 9 degrees. That's bordering on acceptable. If you ride a motorbike or anything like that, any open top vehicle, it's just about doable. 156 Andrew, Shortbread Express. Nice to see you, Andrew. I hope the weather in your part of Scotland is around about the same. I'm considering you're probably up Glasgow way, so yeah, a bit nippy. I'm well known for my oversight. Yes, you are indeed, Adam. And come later on this year, you'll probably take back your title of King Overseer. Let's put it that way. 11 degrees centigrade up here and sunny. Yes, but up until now, we've had sunny, which has meant bright, not warm. But we're just starting to get the first signs that the sun's high enough in the sky to just give us some hope. Afternoon, Tim Maslin, watching on the TV for the first time. That probably means large. Yeah. Anyway, right, let's get the Class 800 spinning, and it's probably going to get a little more noisy. So, noisier. Right. She's buzzing, and she's moving. How about that? Straight out of the box, this model in its 9-car form was just spinning its wheels. So now we can extend the Class 57 a little. That's acceptable level. We'll just get the 800 a little faster so it's not straining its engine. Lots of clickety clack. Yes, the Class 800, Tim. I believe it's an 801. And Hornby have actually modelled the wheels. They've done all internal bearings on these. There's no pinpoint axles. They're all internal bearings. So there's a lot of rolling drag on it. I think they did that just because 2 of the coaches in this are actually in real life inside bearing wheels and axles, and I don't know why. But there's 2 coaches on this thing. I'll try and pick them out as they come past, which have I mean you can see look straight onto the braking discs on them. So if I jump up, there's Eric. Hello, Eric. Nice to see you. I hope this morning finds you well. 3218. Thanks, Grandpa. Get him, Grandpa. If everybody would like to twiddle with that like button, I'd be most appreciative. One Dan Eisenbahn, everybody. Yeah, I managed to say it. How about that? Right, let's show you these funny wheels on the Class 800. Here we go. Right, here she comes. There's the funny wheels right there. Oh, I've been photobombed. We'll follow it around. And there's another one right there. Yeah, very curious. Right, let's get you down track level. Here's my afternoon coffee. There we go. A little closer. There we are. Where's the shortbread? Oh, still in biscuit tin. Sorry, Andrew. Oh, now what's happened? Hit the lead. Sorry about that, folks. New modeler to our juncture. Good morning. Good afternoon, Pete. Nice to see you. Shed Junction, Graham. Okay, we'll check it out. Sounds Train's official. A very good afternoon to you. That could be it, Sounds Strange. Yes, it could indeed. Regenerative braking. But they are different than the conventional outside held axles. And I believe we have James in. Good morning, James. I hope you are well. I hope the Toronto, Hamilton and Buffalo Railway is extending itself in your direction. There goes the Class 800. And here comes the Bachmann Class 57. When we say Bachmann, it's Bachmann UK, not Bachmann.com. The Class 800, as is made by Hornby. Quite a striking job they've done on the bodywork. It's just that the mechanisms are very draggy. Yeah, it could be, Ivo. It's just such an oddity that it makes you actually look for them. So as you see an Azuma or one of these go past, I'm actively looking for the wheels that are open. If I come back a little and angle you in, you should be able to see a little more of that as it goes past. Looking for those open wheels. They're difficult to spot though, head on. Right, let's move a little closer. There we go. Yeah, it's a really good looking train. These coaches they came from Kernow Model Railway in Cornwall, who contracted Hornby to do the Riviera sleeper train. So there's probably 1,000 sets of them out there, and Richard got interested, so he managed to snaffle one. Yeah, Tom, it's a great looking train. All the lights work in it, but of course, each carriage has its own lighting pickups, which add to the rolling drag. And without buckets of lubrication on the axles, the thing wouldn't move. It was just spinning. So yes, these are all Hornby Mark IIIs. The Class 800 obviously has very much longer coaches. And of course, no buffet on the Class 800. It's a trolley service, a bit like you get on an airliner, which is a great shame. The Riviera does have the buffet, and it's still in operation now. So for really comfortable seats, yes, you can always pick up that train. There's Curly Express. Hello, Dwight. Nice to see you. Dwight's channel, 7 o'clock tonight. He does his live stream. There's Sodor Dan the Man. So, yes, Dan, most of this is Hornby. All the coaches on the Riviera Sleeper are Hornby, and the Class 800 is a Hornby model. Do I regret buying it? No, because I've got it into operation. But it was it took a long time to get that into operation. Make sure everything was as friction free as possible. Tim, it came out to £550. The original set, which is it's a 5-car set, was £400, cheaper than most, and the extension pack was 150. So £450, not cheap. Yeah, so I think I've got that wrong. It's £550 all told. 400 for the 5-car set, and the 4 remaining coaches took it. That was £150, so 550, which is better than 700 odd pounds. Yeah, Tim, I'd expect the Acura Scales DMU to be a far superior model, considering friction, drivetrain, and all of that kind of jazz. Pete's latest video premieres at 2 p.m. today. I think we could probably watch that. I believe that Simon Jensen is going to be directly after me, so I'll probably finish somewhere around in about half an hour's time, so everybody can grab a cup of coffee and relieve themselves. Yeah, Anthony, the Transpennine Express livery does look good on the 800. I'm not sure it's I'm not sure all in all it's a cost-effective model though. Ah, it sounds like you're going to a show, Dave. Which one's that? Here's a big cheers, everybody. This is nothing but a coffee, but happy days. Ah, excellent. Niagara Falls. Yeah, the way I understood Simon was that they'd be doing a bit of a live stream from the show so he could show the big layout. And the Closet Branch. Yes, have a nice coffee. For those that like coffee, of course. Yes, Brian, I know you like your coffee. So the next time I see you, I'll buy you one. Tim, I'll probably be doing just regular maintenance over the summer. I want to clear everything out from underneath and reorganise it, but there'll be a few bits going on top, I'm sure. Yeah, Maura, I was always the same with beer. I always loved the smell of beer. It's just it didn't taste as good as it smelled. It always smelled quite sweet and hoppy. Smelled delightful, but once I tasted it, it just didn't live up to expectations, I'm afraid. The roto wheel should fit, but the bogey is hard to spread to fit the gap. I see. Yeah, Adam, you can't beat a loose leaf tea. For flavour, it just can't be beaten. It's a messy business, though. Yeah, Adam, as a case in point, Richard tried some of that, what is it, special brew, Carlsberg special brew, and I think that was the first and the last time. Just too strong. Um, I must admit, Tim, I do prefer a loco hauled service rather than a pseudo bi-mode 800. Having travelled on the Class 800, it's got ironing board seats, probably better in first class. Now, I believe Anthony's been on one of those, so he could probably attest that better than I. But Anthony's also travelled on a standard Mark III coach, which is a whole lot more comfortable, particularly for um, those that are not in first class. Grandpa Rails, JD, John Dilly. We have a Class 59 on order, but because it had sound and I believe a smoke unit in it, Daypol have delayed bringing it out. So we are expecting one, but no, not yet. A Class 59 looks very, very much like a Class 66. It's got that apex roof on it. Um, Made in America or Canada or American Canadian border, I think. And I think it's got EMD power units in it. Perhaps Ivo could correct me there. Sounds like the Voyage is train on the West Coast. Oh, I've been on a vomiter. Um, the trouble is the Japanese or the Koreans build these things for perfect track, and we don't have perfect track. So they're quite lumpy. Suspension isn't that good. They can certainly go fast enough, but the levels of comfort is not what we've come to expect. All I can say is, John, that once the Class 59 does show up, Richard will be doing a review of it on his channel, which is, what's Richard's channel? It's the Spanish Inquisition. Don't ask me. Scott Rails HST. That'll be a Mark III coach, yeah. It's DFW and Northern DMUs and the Avanti 800. A couple of others I don't remember. Yeah, the Mark III coaches were pretty good. They were well sprung, well damped, and the seats were sufficiently padded where you could do a long journey. Easiest way to tell a Mark III coach is the bit underneath is fully, it's like a big tank under there, which I think holds the effluent from the toilets and fresh water. Nice to see the snow ploughs fitted to the Class 57 though. That's something Richard done. Oh, thanks, Dino. Very good of you, mate. I'm not sure about that one, Tim. Putting sound in it. I think you'd have a hard job hearing the sound, particularly if it's on electric mode. That's the other thing I'd mention about this Class 800 from Hornby. The pantograph arrangement is absolutely pants. Plastic unit, really, really flimsy. Sidetrack 77. A very good morning to you, Holly. Hope you're well, man. Good to see you. I hope it's not too cold in Canada, where you are. What we have running today is the Class 800, which is this one, a 9-car set from Hornby. And going the other way is the Cornish Riviera sleeper train, pulled by a Class 57. Again, that has an American power unit in it. Very, very nice coaches, those. Made by Hornby on the Riviera. That's the whole 9-car 800. It took a great deal of work to actually get it to work because it uses inside bearings and they are very, very sticky. They came bone dry out of the box, and of course, the power unit, which is the first car up the front, couldn't pull it. It just spun its wheels. So I had to do a hell of a lot of lubrication to get the thing moving. Good morning, Eric. Nice to see you. Yeah, the pantographs on the N scale 800, I would expect them to be plastic. But on a model of this size, they could have pushed the boat out and put some etched brass or some steel pantographs on there, well sprung. But unfortunately, they didn't. They went cheap, and that's a mistake. Well, I'm glad to hear that Canada's not too bad and you are nosing your way out of winter now. I hope spring brings some decent weather to you, Holly. Now, Eric, these are not very robust. I'm very loath to even touch them. So I've left them in the down position. As it's a bi-mode, it's both electric and diesel electric. So I'm running them in the latter form. Yeah, it's strange when they do that, Dan. I really don't know some of YouTube's reasoning sometimes, but I'm glad that YouTube exists because it does give us the ability to do things like this. Yeah, John, there's method to their madness, I think. Very good morning, Ray Burton. Nice to see you. You see, I can pronounce your surname. What you are seeing before you is a 9-car Class 800, which you will see in the West Country in England. That's this one. And going the other way is a Class 57 diesel electric locomotive pulling the night sleeper train from Paddington to Penzance in Cornwall. Yeah, not at all, Alan. Feel free to advertise or promote, that's quite all right with me. Well, Tom, I really don't get it either. They have the opportunity when they start from scratch to really push the boat out. If they'd have just confined the inner bearings to those coaches that actually needed it, yeah, it would have meant extra tooling, but I think it would have been worth it. Also, trying to get sound into one of these 800s is a real faff because there's not much room underneath where they've decided to put the chip. Well, Tom, there's lots and lots of Class 800s plying the daytime route from Paddington to all points west. The night Riviera is, um, I think there's 2 or 3 or 4 sets of them, and they just do selected days of the week or nights of the week, I should say. Yes, I'm afraid that's it, Ivo. It was just pure economy. Unfortunately, it bit them in the backside. They did a fine job with the mouldings. The internal lights is a good idea, but again, that's been poorly expressed on the model. Smallwood Junction is Paul and Paris. I hope you are both well. Missed you at Doncaster. I know you were there, but Dino did say he'd managed to see you. But as you could see on the day, it was a packed event. Yes, Ivo, you could probably do that. You could probably update those pantographs. But as I don't have any overheads, it's a moot point, really. I'll leave them in the down position and they can stay untouched. I don't think they'd work in any kind of overhead environment, so they would have to be changed if you wanted to do that. I'll leave that to somebody who's got the overheads. Thirty-nine, 33. Thank you, JD. Get him, Grandpa. Anyone up to Birmingham in April? They're helping out on the layout. Oh, indeed. Okay. That's a could be. That's a could be for April. We'll leave our options open. But if we do attend, I'll be looking for you. You'll just have to tell us which layout you'll be helping out on, and that should narrow it down a bit. Yeah, Paul, it was a really busy event. That was where the Class 800 came from. The prices I found were quite keen. I don't think people in that part of the world would even consider paying recommended retail price. So everything I bought that day was cheaper than otherwise would have gotten. The locomotion was cheaper, the rocket was cheaper, and the Class 800 was cheaper. They're still expensive, but I figured I'd missed out, so I pushed the boat out. Norman Raven's layout. Okie dokie. And Brian's got another subscriber. Well, Brian, you could always do a Lord Owl and take your site down and then rebuild it from the ground up. You could put all your videos then back on it, and it would just set your subscriber count to 0 if you're that bothered about it. But just because you reach 1K doesn't mean that the sky's going to fall in on you. Apart from the dress, that is. Yeah, Sans Trains official. They must have had it in their mind to do a full set. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done the expansion pack. Buying the full set on its own and putting that out retail price of £700, I don't think there'd be that many takers. So obviously they've done it as a 2-part attack. But as you can see, touch wood, it's still working fine. There'll definitely be no dress. There's Andy Dobson. Hi, Andy. And Tesco's for a glass of wine. That's a strange one. Uh, 120 centimetres. That's not much. Is that because you're going to do some kind of electronic sectioning of your track, Ivo? Or is it just the old problem of space? Sorry, folks, we're a little skew-with there. That's better. Let's try a different view. Let's just chase that around for a while. You should be able to see those funky wheels. There's another one and another. Right, let me just pass you behind me. There we go. We'll try the alternate view. Mostly space related. Yeah, I understand. That's as far as I could go with it, Adam. It's literally almost as wide as the shed itself, so that's like 4 foot, almost 4 foot radius. for the American rolling stock, which some of that was minimum 25-inch radius, I wanted to go as wide as I could. And it does pay dividends when you've got very long coaches like these. Don't tell me you were sleeping, Artie. And a very good evening to you as well. Sounds like somebody's been messing with a chainsaw. Oh, they're dangerous things. As promised, Artie, here's the that was the Class 800 that was. Here comes the night train to Cornwall, Class 57. Put in the sleeper carriages, buffet, and 2 standard coaches on the end. It's pretty much a whole Hornby ensemble today, with only the Bachmann Class 57 as the only exception. You can't sneak past me, Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Wood, also known as Wolfsex Scenics. Do I ever sneak in? Yeah, maybe I do. Yeah, Adam, I'm surprised they didn't get something like a Class 57 with a Delna coupling to pull it out. But I suppose another Class 800 is as good as anything. Right, I'll just bring the Class 800 to a stop so we can have a look at these funky wheels. Right, slowing down. Right, there's the funky wheels. Right there. The normal wheels look like this, with a very conventional looking bogey. And there are the funky wheels. Oh, photo bombs. Yeah, and there are the wheels which have a representation of disc brakes on them. Yeah, very strange and odd. Only on 2 coaches. There's a conventional, and there's the other one, which has got the funky wheels. It's nice that Hornby have actually modelled those. On the original set, you get one of these, and then on the expansion, you get the other. Let's drag you around. There we go. We should be able to see the Class 57. it's a very long train. It's getting on for, I, I suppose it's something over 9 feet long. And this one probably nearer 7 feet long. Oh, peaks off. Okie dokie. Right, if that's the case, let's. I'll just show you my strange wall. English China clays. Yes, we have a thing about Cornwall. There's the number plate for Class 55 Tullyard. There's an actual chunk of rail which was chopped through. So that gives you an idea of the cross section. The various other 10 amp fuses and bits and pieces and the ephemera from the railway. Cornish Riviera Express, talk of the devil. There you go. And the Flying Scotsman, 1862 to 1962. And looking at the time for my little radio clock, coming up to 5:02. So I'll just bring you back to yonder PC. There we go. Oh, now I can sit. Well, there we go. Yeah, it's amazing what you can collect just by being in this crazy hobby. Right, we'll just bring a GWR to a restful stop over here. Yeah, stuff and crap. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we accumulate lots of the former and the latter. The latter. There we go. A very nice Tintagel castle. I hear dogs barking outside. Oh, silence. Silence is golden. There we go. Right, let's just drag you back a little bit. There we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed that small cornucopia of Great Western Railway running. I'll curtail my stream here to give room for Simon Jensen, if he is going live from the train show, which I believe he is, but we'll see. Oh, there's Tony. Hello, Tony. I'm just about to call a halt, as they say. Very kind of everybody to come in. I appear to be late, so don't worry. I've checked the little box, so you'll be able to see this after the event. Something we shouldn't have to do, actually. We shouldn't have to check boxes. It should automatically save, but some don't. So I tick the box. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Tony. Shame you're a little bit on the late side there, but nobody's ever really late. You're welcome, John. That's very kind of last in buys around. Tony, I'm afraid that's mine's a large one. Oh, Sparky, 107, 107. Hello, Dave. Now going out of the train shed to run a couple of trains. Very good idea, Dave. Always fun. I try to make it as fun as it can be. There's enough that we've got on our plates to cast it aside and just enjoy some railway and railroad action. So I've no idea what I'll be running next week, but I'll try to make it something eclectic. Anthony's off to replace the faucet. Get your water wings on there, Anthony. Coffee, Tony, no sugar. Yeah, nice one. I'll have two in mine. Thanks, Brian. Great Sunday wake up. Very kind of you, Eric. If you are going up in April to the NEC, look out for Buffalo and Pittsburgh Alan. Very kind of you to say so. Thanks, Alan. Lurking while on a build. Ooh. What are you building, Dave? What are you building? Something nice. It always is. And yeah, your name comes up so often, Dave, that your ears must be continually burning. Because when we're talking of live streams, you're the man that started it off for a lot of us. So always excellent to see you, Dave. And keep it up. Background flat that I can park a boxcar in. Right. Okie dokie. Right then, I will curtail it there and give Simon Jensen, SJ Train World, a bit of room. And thanks everybody for coming. And I'll catch you in the streams or in Dwight's stream tonight, 7 p.m. UK time. And I'll catch everybody a little bit later. So it's Alvida saying cheers and happy trains. I stole that from Anthony. And I'll catch you later. Cheers, folks. Adios, amigos.